Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to do another Q&A video. If you guys follow me on any of my social media, you are well aware of this, and it's been a long time since I've done a Q&A video on my channel, so I figured it was time to do a new one since I have a whole bunch more subscribers now than I did than my last Q&A video. I thought I would just do another one so people who don't really know me all that well can get to know me. And I got quite a few questions, so I might make this into two parts, I'm not really sure. But in this particular Q&A video, I'm going to be answering all the Instagram questions that I got, which were quite a few. I might try to fit in Twitter as well. We'll see, depending on how that goes. But let's go ahead and get started. So I asked you guys on my Instagram if you had any questions for me to just go ahead and leave them in the comments, and holy crap did I get a lot. So hopefully my phone will work long enough for me to read the comments, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first question is from Mr. Brightside, and they said, are you thinking about any future piercings? And I got this question quite a few times when I ask people for questions, and any future piercings, definitely. I do plan on getting my tragus redone. In case any of you don't know, yes, I did have to take out my tragus piercing because it did end up migrating and rejecting out of my body, so I had to take it out. I also really want to get, and I do plan on getting this soon, and I'm so sorry, I can never pronounce this damn piercing. Daith? I think it's called a daith, I'm not sure, but it is this part right here I really want to get. The next question is from CannabisXQueen_, and her question was, would you ever get any dermals? If so, where? I love you, by the way. I love you too. So would I get any dermals? The answer to that question is definitely not. Dermals are something that don't actually really interest me. Like, I don't really have like the need to, or the want to ever get one. For quite a few reasons. I don't know, I just don't really want one because, for one, they almost never heal. They're just really complicated piercings. They take a long time to heal. They almost never do. They are very, very prone and common to rejection. And for those of you who don't know, I do have two little dogs who like to jump and nip and play, and I just can't even imagine what it's like having a dermal piercing with a dog around. Like, could you just imagine the pain of a dog jumping up at you and biting your dermal and pulling on it? Like, I just can't even imagine. So, no, I don't have any plans for dermals at all. The next question is from Hannah Sophia, and her question is, have you ever thought about in the future removing any of your piercings or getting any more piercings and tattoos? Have I ever thought about removing any of my piercings? No, I haven't, not at this time. I mean, I know eventually down the road when I'm like way, way older, I'll probably remove some, just because, you know, just some things you just gotta grow out of. But honestly, I don't see myself removing any of my piercings. I love every single one of them. So no, I don't have any plans to remove any of them at all. A lot of people ask if I want to get an industrial piercing, the bar in the ear. No, I will never get an industrial piercing. This one helix piercing up here was a pain in the ass to heal, so I just can't even imagine dealing with two at the same time. Like, I can't even imagine what that's like. The next question is from, I hope I'm saying this right, Monahan 13. I'm sorry if I butcher any of your names. I'm so bad at names, you guys have no idea. She has a whole bunch of questions for me. What's the best thing about YouTube? Do you get any mean comments? What do you think about haters? How many different hair colors have you had? How would you describe your style, and what music do you like? So there's a whole bunch of questions here. So the first question is, what's the best thing about YouTube? And honestly, it's you guys, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that. You guys have no idea how much it means to me to wake up in the morning and see all the nice comments from you guys. Like, it's the best thing in the world, and I love it to death. It's just, you guys just make me feel so, so good. You guys make my day so much better. You guys are just the best part about YouTube. The next part of the question is, do you get any mean comments? And oh my gosh, definitely. Now that I'm around 26,000 subscribers, I know, holy shit, that's a lot to me. Like, whoa. But since I have that many subscribers now, that's a lot more than I'm used to, and mean comments are said every single day, which kind of ties into the next question is, what do you think about haters? Haters are they're pathetic, really. Like, they have nothing better to do. Like, I swear they wake up and their main thing is, oh, I'm gonna go comment on such and such videos today. Piss her off, ha ha ha. Like, it's just a sad way to live. So they're just pathetic people to me, and I feel sorry for them. The next question is, how many different hair colors have you had? I've had quite a few. I've had my natural hair color, highlights, brown hair, black hair, red hair, brown black hair, platinum hair. I used to have crazy colors, and I think I had like green at one point. Not like my whole head green, but like little bits and pieces. I don't know. So I've had quite a few. I haven't really gone crazy with my hair. I've just had usually like all the main hair colors I've had pretty much. How would you describe your style? My style, I like to call it whatever the fuck I want. That's pretty much what I like to call my style. One day I'll be in sweatpants and a hoodie. The next day I'll be in leather pants and my band tees. The next day I'll be wearing like a pink shirt. So, you know, it's whatever I want, and I also really like to be comfortable. Like, I refuse to go out and buy stuff that's in style right now and not be comfortable. Like, I'm gonna be comfortable. Like, right now I'm in shorts and a band tee. Like, I like to be comfortable, and whatever looks good on me is what I will wear. Oh, and she also says, love you. I love you too. Question is from Emya Bro. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. And the next one is, do you plan on getting any more tattoos? If so, what would they be and where would you get it? P.S. I love your videos. Thank you. Yes, I do have a I'm sorry, tongue twist. I do have a plan for a future tattoo, and I really want to get it for my birthday, which is coming up this month in a few weeks. I'm super excited. Turning 21. That's awesome. But yes, I do have a plan for a tattoo, and if I get enough you know, money after I pay all my bills and whatnot, I do want to get it, and it is going to be Marilyn Monroe. I'm going to get her right, how do I do this? I'm going to get her right here on this part of my arm. It's going to be a pretty big picture, but I found a picture of Marilyn Monroe that I absolutely fell in love with, and it was Marilyn Monroe all like decked out and badass, like she has a tattoo over here and her eyeliner's running. I just absolutely fell in love with that picture, and I was like, I really want that tattooed on me. For those of you who don't know, I love Marilyn Monroe. I have pictures of her all over my house. She's amazing to me, and that picture that I found is a pure example of the prettiest things in life aren't always perfect. So I want that tattoo so bad. And I already got it quoted, and my artist and me are gonna, you know, work on something, and I really want to get it by the end of the month, or maybe even in September. So maybe in the next few months I'll have it, but yes, that is my next tattoo. The next one is from Esme's World. I hope I'm saying that right. Her question is, would you ever pierce someone if they asked you to? The only way I would do it is if I were licensed and certified in piercings. Like, if someone came up to me right now and said, will you pierce my belly button? I would be like, absolutely not, because I am not yet trained and certified in body piercings, and I won't pierce someone unless I am legally allowed to. Like, it would be against the law for me to say I do piercings and pierce people and me not be licensed. That's against the law, so I can't do that. So I would say no for now, but in the future, after I'm apprenticed somewhere and I'm trained and all that good stuff, yeah, I would definitely do that. Next question is from Georgia. Hi Georgia, I know you're watching this. Her question is, are you done now with you piercing your face, or are you planning on more facial piercings? If you are, what would you get? Like I said in the beginning, the only other facial piercing I would get would be the other side of my nose, but I don't have any plans for that anytime soon. The next question is from ShyBear_13, is will you ever stretch your ears? I'm planning to, just wondering. I think they would look awesome on you. Thank you. And I actually have thought about stretching my ears. I've been thinking about it for the past 4 months now, I think. Because when you do something that drastic to your body, it's something that you really, really want to think about. And I have definitely considered stretching my ears. It's something that I would totally do. So yeah, I would definitely do it. I don't have any plans to right away, but I do eventually want to, and I would only go up to maybe a 0. I don't want to go any bigger than that, because I do want them to eventually go back down in the future, you know, in case I, you know, regret it. Regret it, and I want them to go back a 0. They will be able to shrink back down from a 0. So maybe a 0 or a 00 is the furthest I would go. The next question is from La Vita Abella XO underscore, and her question is, what is the best way to keep your tattoos from fading color? I get asked this question a lot because of this one. This is a pretty big tattoo that I have, and a lot of people ask how I keep it from fading. One of the biggest things you can do is when it's healing, stay out of the sun and don't use any type of scented, what did my tattoo artist say? Don't use any type of like scented lotions. So definitely stay out of the sun. When it is healed and you do go out in the sun, put sunscreen on. I like to use this one. This is Copper Tone Sport SPF 30. I always put this on my tattoos, my colored tattoos at least, when I go out in the sun. It just helps the sun to protect my tattoos, so I always do that, and to take really good care of it when it is healing, and don't pick at it. Those are just some key things that I like to do for my tattoos, and it's helped. The next two questions are from Chloe Scott underscore X, and her first question is, who would you die for? Who would I die for? My dogs, probably. It's a pretty valid argument. I would definitely die for my dogs. I love them. They're like my kids. So yes, I would. I don't care what anyone says. I would. Next question is, what do you want so badly but can't ever have? I don't see, that's kind of I don't know, I'd have to think about that one, because honestly, I don't actually think about the things that I can't have, because I'm trying to be thankful of all the things that I do have, and I'm very blessed with everything that I do have at my age. You know, my own apartment, things like that. So I'm just like, I'm so focused on being thankful for what I have, I'm too busy to think about what I don't have. So I don't know. The next question is from underscore Brittany McKay, and her question is, oh, she's got a few questions. Do you and Chance want to have kids? How many kids, if any? Next tattoo, already answered that. If you didn't do YouTube, what would your dream job be? Do you and Chance, okay, so our first question is, do you and Chance want to have kids? Me and Chance definitely want to have kids, we just don't know when. We talked about maybe me having kids around the time I'm 23, which is something I'm totally okay with, because I wanted to have kids young, like relatively young. I definitely never wanted to be a teen parent, because I don't feel I would ever be strong enough to handle that. So, but I do want to have kids young. 23 is when we probably want to try. I definitely want to be married before I have kids. I don't want to be a single mother, so to speak. I definitely want to be married before I have kids. How many kids? I really only want 1 or 2 max. I don't want any more than that. So yeah, 1 or 2. Next tattoo, like I said, I already answered that. And if you didn't do YouTube, what would your dream job be? My dream job would probably be a body piercer, to be honest. That's like the one thing that I'm passionate about. I love you too. Next questions is from Daniela underscore SB. She said, on your last vlog, you and Chance said you were going to stop preventing not to have a baby. Do you two plan on getting married? Are you trying to have a baby? Do you want a boy or a girl, and names? Yes, we did say that in the vlog, but what we meant by that is like a few years down the road, like around the time I'm 23, because he wants to have kids before he's 30. He is 4 years older than me, so when I'm 23, he'll be 27, so he wants to have kids before he's 30, and I want to have kids relatively young too, like I said. We're not trying right now, right this second, because I am going to be 21, and I want to have a 21st birthday and, you know, experience the bar life for a couple years. So we're not trying right now, but yes, we will plan in a couple years. I definitely, for sure, 100% want a boy. I only want boys. I mean, if I have a daughter, that's totally fine too. I don't want people to think, oh, you don't want a baby girl, what are you going to do if you do get pregnant with a girl, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, I'll be fine if it's either or, but I would really love a boy. I've always wanted a little boy. They're just, oh, I don't know. I just always wanted a little boy for my first kid. Names, we have thought of a few names. A couple of them are kind of weird, but one of the names that I've always really liked is Cameron. I've always liked that for a boy's name, so I would probably shoot for that, but Chance wants to name our boy kind of an interesting name. If any of you have seen the show Spartacus, I think it was like an HBO or Starz show, I'm not sure. If you've ever seen the show Spartacus and you know one of the characters' name is Gannicus, he wants to name our son Gannicus after him, so I don't know about that one. And if we had a daughter, I don't have any really girl names right away. I haven't really thought about any girl names really, but Chance wants to name our girl, if we had a girl, Brooklyn Chase. I don't like Brooklyn just because my sister's name is Brooke and they're just too similar. So I don't know. That's the only reason, but I don't know. It's just kind of those names that we've been throwing around. Next question is from Brookie_2002, and her question is, if you were to date any celebrity, who would it be? That's a hard one. I am absolutely head over heels in love with Johnny Depp, so maybe if me and him could like, if it were possible, if we could like date, that'd be cool too. Next question is, I am Shannon Blah, B-L-A. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Her question is, I know you're only 20 years old, but do you and Chance plan on getting married in the future? If so, what would your guys' wedding theme be, or what would your colors be? Yeah, we actually do want to get married because, like I said, I do want to get married before I have kids. And as of recently, Chance has been throwing around the ideas, oh, well, we're going to be married soon, or we're going to be married by the time you're 23. And I told him that if I'm going to get engaged, I want to have a long engagement. I don't believe in having like a 6-month engagement. Like, I want to have a long engagement so I can enjoy being engaged before I'm married. So if he says we're going to be married by the time I'm 23 and I want a long engagement, he might be proposing soon. So I don't know, maybe I'll be proposed within the next year or so. And for our wedding, we definitely want to have a Beauty and the Beast wedding because that is both one of our favorite Disney movies is Beauty and the Beast, and also Chance kind of looks like the Beast, like the character, when he's human, obviously, not when he's all beastly. Well, I guess sometimes he does. We definitely want to have a Beauty and the Beast wedding. I would have Belle's dress, but in white, not in yellow, and he would have, like, you know, the Beast's get up, like his little costume. I don't know. We've always talked about that. We love that idea. Question is from Leash27, and her question is, how do you stay fit? Do you work out? This is like one of the #1 questions I always get asked, and honestly, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys, I don't work out at all. I have always been naturally skinny. I've always been naturally thin. That's just how I am. I have a really fast metabolism. I don't ever work out. I think the last time I worked out was when I was in gymnastics when I was like 10. But no, I don't ever walk. I don't run. I don't exercise. I don't eat healthy either. I'm addicted to soda. I'm addicted to McDonald's. Anything unhealthy, it's in my cabinet right over there. So yeah, I don't work out. I know I get asked that question a lot, and I am being honest with you guys. Like, I really don't work out. Like, I'm one of the most unhealthy people that you probably know, because I am. Next question is from Danielle_NicoleXOXO, and her question, she has a whole bunch of questions, which I already answered in this video, like, any more tattoos or piercings, are you and Chance getting married, dream job I already answered, and the other 2 questions that she has is, are you two going to get any more pets? Yes, we do plan on getting more pets, but we aren't going to get any more until Jekyll and Motley pass on, because they're like crazy dogs. Like, they're a handful enough on their own, so we can't actually handle any more right now. And Jackal is also very aggressive, and I don't want to bring another little puppy into this house with Jackal being the way that he is. So we would honestly wait until Jackal and Motley pass. But our next pet is going to be a big dog this time. I've always liked dogs growing up. Like, dogs were always my thing growing up. I've liked big dogs, little dogs, all kind of dogs. I love them. And after having 2 little dogs, I really want to have a big dog. So after Jackal and Motley pass on, we're going to try to get a big dog. I want something. Chance wants a Doberman, and I'm saying hell no to that because they're like almost taller than me. So I don't really know how he expects me to take a Doberman to the bathroom. So that's what he wants, and I don't know, maybe we'll see, but I really want something that's like lab. I want like a dog that's gonna swim. I don't know. So probably a big dog next time. Question is, tea or coffee? I actually hate coffee. I never liked coffee. I think it's disgusting. That's why you never hear me talk about Starbucks, because that's why I don't like coffee. Tea, I love tea. I love green tea. I love black tea. Those are my 2 favorite teas. So yes. Question is from It's Allison93, and her question is, if you won $1 million, what would you do? I would definitely donate it to the ASPCA, and the animal hospitals, all kind of like animal associations. I would definitely give a big donation to. I would buy my mom, sorry, I would buy my mom a new car, and I would give money to my dad as well, and like the rest of my family too. And for myself, I would probably, honestly, I don't know what I would do for myself, to be honest. Is that weird? Like, I can think of all the other things that I would do, I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it for myself. Logos? I don't know. But they said if you could only keep one tattoo and one piercing, which would they be? Tattoos, hand down, I would definitely keep my half sleeve. This is my all-time favorite one. So I would definitely keep that. And if I had to keep one piercing, it would probably be my Monroe. Just because that would leave the ugliest scar. So if I had to keep one in, it would be my Monroe. But yeah, those are probably the ones I would pick. Sparkles31 on Instagram asks, are you any closer to a piercer? Are you any closer to a piercer apprenticeship? Any babies in the near future? Any vacation plans outside of Michigan? And any more pet additions? I already answered the pet one. Piercing apprenticeship. I have talked to a couple people, but they're not ready at this time to take in someone to apprentice them. So, we'll see on that. I'm still trying to work on it, but in order for me to become a professional piercer, I have to apprentice under them for about 1 to 2 years, so it'll be a long time before I am an official piercer, because in my state you have to have all these requirements met before you can become one. So I am vacation plans outside of Michigan. Not at this time, no, I don't. It is kind of expensive to go on vacation outside of Michigan, and you know, gas prices with the way they are now, that would be really expensive because I don't ever want to fly anywhere. Like, I'm terrified of flying and I've never been flying before. I just don't ever want to do it. So if I were, it would probably be driving, and the gas would just be overwhelmingly expensive for that. So no, not right now. Question is from Raylan_Klassen, and her question is, if you could visit one place for free, where would you go? If you could dye your hair any color, what would it be? And would you and Chance ever get another dog? And how's the new car? So she has a whole bunch of questions. So the first question is, if you could visit one place for free, where would you go? I would probably either Germany, Canada, or California. So anywhere in those three areas I would want to go, definitely, for sure. Dye your hair any color, what would it be? Black. I've always wanted black hair. I love black hair. I think it is so sexy, and I've always wanted it, but unfortunately when I did have black hair, it made me look really sick and really washed out. So I don't know, maybe I'll do it one day. It is on my bucket list, so maybe one day I'll have it, but not anytime soon. I really like being a blonde for now, but if I could just snap my fingers and change my hair color, it would be black right now, because I love. Chance ever get another dog? Yes, we would, but way in the way future. And the last question is, how is the new car? The new car, in case any of you don't know, me and Chance just got a new car. Well, it's not new, but it's newer. A 2007 Ford Mustang convertible, and it's going great. We love the car. We've been using the convertible top like crazy, so yeah, it's been great. Thank you for asking. Question is from X My Name's Not Tish, and her question is there any tattoo you regret getting or wish you could have done differently in any way? The only tattoo I wish I could change a little bit is this one on my back, and it says, hopefully I don't know if you can see that, it says Beauty Killer, and it is based off of the song by Jeffree Star, Beauty Killer. That is the album art, except instead of red blood, instead of pink blood, it's red. I do wish I could change that one. What I wish I could change about it is I wish that when I got it, I wish I took care of it, because that tattoo is probably my most beat up tattoo, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, when I got that tattoo, I didn't take care of it at all. I didn't put any ointment on it. I didn't do anything to it. I just let it heal pretty much, and that was probably the biggest mistake I could have made, because now it's like, it's faded in some spots, like half of the lines are all faded, and I just didn't take care of it. So I'm probably gonna have it touched up soon, and then I will take care of it so it'll look better. But yeah, that's the only thing I could do. I wish I could do differently. This is from _Caitlin_Nicole14, and her question is, who is your biggest inspiration? Definitely Avril Lavigne. I love that, I just love her so much. And also Baby Doll from Sucker Punch. I love her character. I love how strong she is. She's just absolutely amazing and such a big inspiration. It's just, I just love them both. It's from RebelGirl251, and her question is, would you ever do a meet and greet with your subscribers? Yes, definitely I would. I would love to do a meet and greet with you guys. I don't have any official plans to do one anytime soon. Maybe in the future, we'll see. We'll see how life goes. And then she has a couple more questions. Do you have a P.O. box if any of your subscribers wanted to send you something? No, I don't have one at this time. I'm still trying to work on it. Longer do you have until you're a professional piercer? Like I said, it'll be a while. It'll be a few years. And the next question is, what are your top 5 makeup products? And the next question is, what would you tell someone that wants to get a piercing? So what are your top 5 makeup products? I really love mascara. I love lipstick, eyeliner, concealer, brow pencil. Yes, those are my top 5. Like, if I wanted to get a piercing, I would say go for it. Don't let anyone stop you at all. Go for it. Do what you love. It'll make you the happiest. Forever_Deathbat1999. Any new favorite bands, or what do you love most about Avenged Sevenfold? I love them so much. I love them too. Oh my god, girl. I love Avenged Sevenfold, and they're tattooed on my foot. Huh. Not really. I really have been getting into Black Veil Brides lately. We Stitch These Wounds. I've been listening to that album like absolute nuts. I love that album, and I'm really getting into them thanks to Chance. And what do I love most about Avenged Sevenfold? Because Avenged Sevenfold is my favorite band, for those of you who don't know. What I love most about Avenged Sevenfold is their sound. Like, they have such a cool sound, especially in their new album. Their new album has a mix of like Guns N' Roses and Metallica, and that's freaking awesome. So yeah, I really love their sound. It's a very unique sound. It's not a sound that you hear very often. From Hannah Lee Stevens, and she asked, how old were you when you got your first piercings besides my earlobes? My first piercing besides my 3 lobes right here, because my first piercing was obviously my first lobes, then second, then thirds, and then after that, my next piercing was my belly button. And August 18th of 2011, so 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 5 days before I turned 18. I was 17 years old when I got my belly button pierced, but technically I was 18 because I was 5 days away from my 18th birthday. So I'm Shannon Blah. Again, she had a lot of really good questions, so I love these questions. BreeAnn, you're such a pretty girl. Have you ever considered alternative modeling? Thank you so much. And yes, definitely I have considered alternative modeling, and I've been contacted a few times by modeling agencies, but they were really, really sketchy, to be honest with you. From Molly.Seaton, and she asked, if you could only use one makeup product for the rest of your life, what would it be and who would it be by? It would be my L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. It's like my all-time favorite makeup product. I'm wearing it on my eyelashes today. I love this mascara so much. This is from Ari P123, and her question is, do you love your followers? I love you guys, like, oh my gosh, I can't even show you. I can't even show you how much I love you. Like, I love you guys so much. You guys mean the absolute world to me. Questions are from @Mozda_Opet_Nigata. Oh my god, I suck so bad at this. Ugh. Okay, so her first question is, what's your least and most painful piercing? My least painful is honestly probably my tongue piercing. Like, I don't even remember what that one felt like. Like, it was so painless, it was crazy. And my most painful piercing was definitely my belly button. That shit hurt like hell. What's your favorite song? My all-time favorite song in the entire world is Metallica's cover of Whiskey in the Jar. Oh my goodness. If you haven't heard that song, go look it up on YouTube. It's Metallica's cover of it, not the original one. So Whiskey in the Jar by Metallica. I love it. I would play it for you in this video, but I can't due to copyright issues because it's not my content, so can't do that. So just go ahead and look it up on YouTube. That is my all-time favorite song. More questions, I'm sorry. And one of them is, who are your favorite YouTubers? I love Pink Sparkers. Oh my god, that was awful. Pink Sparkles, Julia Graff, Morgan Joyce. Oh my gosh. You know, when you get asked these questions on the spot, so you can't think of half of them. ShanXO, that's another really big one that I really like. And oh my gosh, really can't even think of it. Those are like my top 4. And her next question is, oh god, her next question is, what do you think of Morgan Joyce? So for those of you who don't know, that's I Love You Morgan here on YouTube, or Morgan Joyce now on YouTube. And I love her so much. I started watching her around, oh gosh, I think it was like three years ago now. I started watching her, and I love that girl. Like, her attitude, me and her have such similar attitudes. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. I love her. Oh my gosh, if I could just meet her and hug her, then my life would be complete. So Morgan, if you're watching this, I love you, girl. From X Natalia, Papraka X, oh, Jesus. Her question is, how did you and Chance meet? Love you. I love you too. Me and Chance met back in 2009 through a mutual friend that we had at the time, and we started, you know, talking, flirting, you know how, like, because me and him were, like, really into each other when we first met. Like, there was just sexual tension, like, immediately when we saw each other, so I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty much started talking, and we hung out, like, all summer of 2010, we were always together, and then April of 2011, we started dating. This is from Paramore, Maya, hope I'm saying that right, and her question is, if you were left on a desert island for a month and were only allowed to take 3 things with you, what 3 things would you take, not including food, water, clothes? I would take my boyfriend so we could repopulate the island. I'd probably take, my dogs. Do those count? Yeah. My boyfriend, my dogs, and probably my camera. I'd probably take my camera, that way if anyone found us, then I'd have all that footage from the island. So that's probably what I would take. From _Jane Doe _ and her question is, what are your favorite piercings and what piercing would you never get? My favorite piercings, I really like my eyebrow, my tongue, and my belly button. Those are my 3 all-time favorite ones. And a piercing that I would never get is my bridge, which is, a bridge piercing is the bar that goes right here. That's the piercing I would never get. Those piercings, for some reason, I don't know, I always thought they looked funny, and I feel like if I had one, I would constantly be, like, at the piercing, like, all day. So, that's from LCST Flames. Sorry if I butchered that. She had a really good question. What is your favorite time of day and night? I am not really a morning person, but I really like to be up early. Like, I really like the time of day between, like, 5 a.m. to, like, 10 a.m. I don't know, I just think it's really relaxing and serene. I don't know, I like that time of day. And at night, I really like, I don't know, probably 8:30 to 11:30 at night. That's probably my Dancer Girl SG, and her question is, do you ever regret getting a certain piercing or tattoo? Absolutely not. I love all of my piercings and tattoos so much, so no regrets there. This is Rachel _the _king, and her question is, do people recognize you outside of YouTube? How do your friends and family feel about you having fans on YouTube? I actually have been recognized once outside of YouTube, but other than that, no, I haven't been recognized at all. How does family feel about it? I did explain to my parents what I do on YouTube, and I told them, you know, I have such and such subscribers, and they're my fans. And I don't really think they understand what that means. Like, I guess they think I don't interact with you guys, but yeah, my dad is like my #1 biggest supporter. He loves what I do, and I really appreciate it. It's Immy7, and her question is, how did your family react to your piercings and tattoos, especially your tongue piercing? I get asked this question a lot. All of my tattoos and piercings were done when I was 18 and older, and in my state, when you're at the age of 18, that means you're a legal adult and you can do it. I got all my piercings then, and my mom always knew I wanted my tongue pierced, because I wanted my tongue pierced since I was like 13, and I told my mom that, and once I got it, you know, she wasn't that shocked about it. My parents weren't really that shocked about it. They really didn't care. That's just how they are. They just, I don't know, they just kind of didn't really care. Trippy _hippie5, and her question is, were you a partier in high school? I was not a partier in high school at all. I have actually never been to a party in my life. And I'm not even lying, I've never been to a party at all. In high school, I was the girl in high school who was the outcast. I was the girl who, you know, dressed in all black. I sat by myself at lunch. I always was just very quiet. Like, I sat in the back of the classroom. I didn't really speak up much. So yeah, I was that girl. I didn't really have many friends in high school either. Like, I would walk down the hall and be like, hi. Like, I would say hi to people and, like, make small talk with people, but didn't really have any friends. Like, after school, I would just go right home. You know, I'd ride the bus by myself, eat lunch by myself. So I was that girl in high school, but no, definitely not a partier. X Kusmariki. Oh my gosh, I can't say names. Her question is, what is your opinion on extreme body modifications such as tongue splits and elf ears? I'm not against them. Like, if you have them, that's cool, but it's something that I would never do. That's just, you know, not something I'm really into, but, you know, if I see other people with them, that's totally cool, but just not something that I would do. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry it was really long. These were just all the Instagram questions. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and hopefully I answered your question. Part 2 will be Facebook and Twitter questions, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But until then, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye, guys!